Hello, you guys. I hope we're all here. Give me a thumbs up if you can see me, hear me, making sure that we're connected together for the love of an hour.
I need protection.
I got a commercial coming in, so I must be doing something right. Must be doing something almost right. Hello, hello. Yes, there we are. Let's see if I can hear myself speak. Yes, all right. Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Look what we are going to create. Look what we are going to create. We are going to have some fun today together, creating and entertaining. Hello, hello. Let's see. I'll wait on a few more people to jump in. I think I should, I almost feel like I should. Yes, hello. Okay, let's get going because we have some things that we want to dry out before we move too far. Oh, look at that one's broke. Let's put a little glue on that. It won't stop us from doing what we need, but we definitely don't want it to come apart. So I'll just put some glue on it and hold it. Okay, you guys. So I picked these up at Hobby Lobby. And you can see they were reduced to 99 cents from $3.99. And I just removed the tags because we don't want the tags on our project. You guys know I have a pet peeve. If you're new to this channel, thank you for watching, but I have a pet peeve against tags being on the bottom of our items, so I am going to remove the tags so that they are not showing up. Next, I'm going to come in with a little bit of paint. We're going to paint this a little so that it will, the brown won't show through on our design. And so because it is paper, you want to be careful. Oh, there's another tag. Because it is paper, you want to be careful not to put too much paint on it, or else it will do what paper and water does when they mix. And that is, it will absolutely warp. So I'm going to squeeze a little bit of paint out here onto my paint palette. And I'm going to put a glove on, just one hand, because I don't want paint all over my hands. So we'll put a glove on. How's everyone adjusting to the time change? I'm going to start with the bottom. And you'll see that I'm just taking my brush with just a little bit of paint on it and smearing it around. We want the bottom to be, even though we're not going to necessarily see the bottom, we still want the bottom to be covered up and protected, right? You don't want the brown to show. Just makes your project look finished and complete. And it gives it a more classy or an additional classy look to make sure that it's complete all the way around. So we're going to do the bottom. But again, not too much because you can see what happens if you get it too wet. The paper will start to warp. There are a couple things you can do to try to help that or prevent it. Of course, go in with thin strokes. If you spray paint, hey Cassandra, good to see you, honey. If you spray paint, you want to go in with thin strokes. If you could amend, you could fix that with giving it a coat of Mod Podge first. But again, it's liquid and it's paper, and they will warp if you put too much water on it. So no matter what, try to do thin coating, right? Even if you're using Mod Podge, it's still a wet product. So just use thin coatings first. And what we're going to do is I am just going to paint the edges. And I'm not worried about the center on these parts, just on the bottom, because I wanted to have a complete bottom. But on these edges, I want to make sure to get around all of the edges, and I'll tell you and show you why as we are working along our project. How are you, Cassandra? Hey, Beverly, good to see you. You made it in. Good to see you. We're working on some Glam pot or plant holders today, and I can't wait to show you guys what it looks like. So the first thing I'm doing is just putting some color along the edges, making sure not to put too heavy because I don't want to warp my paper. If you missed it when you first came in, I was telling that I picked these paper mache plant holders up from Hobby Lobby for 99 cents. They're on clearance for 99 cents. And hey you guys, there we go. I picked them up for 99 cents on clearance in the paper mache area. They were normally $3.99, so I got it for $1. That's like 75% off. Just pretty cool. And if my vision that I have in my head turns out okay, these will be phenomenal little gifts or home decor for yourself. Now, we're going to paint all around the edge, and then I'm going to set this aside so that it can dry. Again, I've got it pretty warm in my craft room, and I just turned my heater on, so it'll make it a little bit warmer, and these will start to dry out. How was your week so far, or your week last week? How were you guys' weeks? How was your week? Bad English today. Anything exciting happen? Any good news that you want to share with me? I'd love to hear some really good news. This one's broke too on the edge. I'm going to put a bead of glue along that and hold that down. So that edge will be, this edge was broke over here and this edge was broke over here. Interesting. Okay. Anything good happened this week? I got some stuff I want to share with you guys that was good. Make sure I got all of that row done, and now I'll start on the upper row. Need just a little bit more paint. I went to a 50th birthday party last night. The young lady's nickname is Hollywood, and I have to tell you, her birthday party was beautiful. It was so pretty and done so nicely. Just elegant. Everything that she created was just elegant. And I should have known because she is a very sweethearted young lady in her event. Here, I'll give you this example. One of the examples of just how the elegance started at the front door. It was at our Coliseum that we have here in our city. And usually when you go to the Coliseum, any event, it doesn't matter what it is, you have to pay for parking. So when we pulled up to the gate so that we could pay for our parking, the lady handed us a ticket and I said, "How much is it?" And she says, if you're going to the birthday party, it was already paid for by the host. And that just started the entire evening off. I knew I should have expected that from her because she's that type of girl. But I mean, and it probably had 300, 400 people there. I don't know, but she paid for parking for everyone. That was top notch. So that should tell you, just imagine how beautiful her party was and the level of detail. When I tell you the level of detail, it was like a wedding. It was so beautiful, but it was just, oh my God, it was phenomenal. Okay, so here we go. This is what your block would look like if you find anything like this. This is what it's going to look like. Not worried about the edges. Not worried about the edges because the edges will, we're going to, or not worried about the center because we're going to fill that in with something. Beverly, I see you put a comment up. It was restricted. I'm not sure why. And I do have my things on that's pretty strict. So I don't know what it would have restricted because I know you're good on the comments. So I'm not sure, honey, but it put up something restricted for you. Okay, so we'll leave this one. I'll set this one aside. The bottom is already dry. I'm going to set it aside so that the top can dry, and I'll move my stuff out of the way. I can throw this away. I don't need that anymore. And I'm going to wrap my paintbrush into this paper here until I get an opportunity to clean it out. This will help keep it from drying out with the paint in it. Set that off to the side, and I think I'm done with my glove. All right, so next, what we are going to do, turn the heat off so I don't melt, because I'm starting to feel myself sweat. All right, next what I'm going to do is I picked up this marble contact paper from the Dollar Tree. And I'm sure you've seen it, $1.25. I picked it up from the Dollar Tree. And I'm just going to cut a square out of the paper. Now, I'll need more than just one square, but I'll show you what I'm doing with the paper and why. Some of this I've prepped offline. Now, taking this piece of paper in one of my blocks, I created a template. And using a pencil, I just outline the base of the block all the way around. Let's make sure I'm up too high there. I want to be able to see where I'm at. I'm sorry you can't see from this angle, but basically I'm just outlining the base of my block or the bottom of this planter all the way around. There we go. All right. I have my outline. And because I can't cut a straight line to save my life, I am going to use my ruler. Oh, you had a rough week at work and school system students were a mess. Oh my God, I know. Oh. I can tell you that I have a great level of respect for people that work in the school system, especially now. In my state too, they're under attack. Teachers seem like they're under attack so much by not only the students sometimes, but also from parents having a different ideology, and also from the legislative body. It's rough. So I'm sure I'll pray for you, honey, because I know it had to have been a rough week for you to say it on there. I will definitely pray for you. So I'm using my ruler to cut out the template. And you will understand this better in a moment. But this template is what we're going to use to make our squares on our triangles. What are these? Triangles? Octagon? To make our octagon on the box. And I'm cutting on the inside of the line, because we know that we traced it, and of course the tracing would make it too large if we cut on the outside of the line. So that's our template. Now if I flip this over, let's see, can you see that? It's a little large. So I'm going to trim just a little bit off of it all the way around. See how large that is right there? It's a little large. So we're going to trim just a little bit more off of it all the way around, trying to make sure that we keep our template straight. For me, what I do is, hi Karen, welcome. To clean my brushes, I just use Dawn dish soap. I take them upstairs, I use Dawn dish soap. I have a little bit of water that I put them in while I'm using them in my craft room, and then I take them upstairs and use Dawn dish soap to clean them. Nothing fancy. I figure if Dawn dish soap is good on little birds when they get oil on them, that they'll be good on my brushes. So that's what I do. And then I let them air dry, and I fluff them and put them away. Dawn dish soap, air dry, fluff, and put them away. That's all I do on my brushes. Okay, so now this is a perfect template for that. See how that worked out? That's a perfect template. Perfecto. Okay. So taking a piece of the contact paper that I purchased from the Dollar Tree, You can do this in multiple ways. Like sometimes I folded the paper. It of course would be a larger piece of paper and cut two at a time. But this time, because I'm just showing you guys how it works, I'm going to just take one piece of paper, my template, and I'm just going to cut one. And this is for those, I know somebody, in our giveaway, I had given someone some vinyl paper, and I told her I would create a project that you can do if you don't have a cutter, if you don't have a Cricut or a Silhouette. This is the way that you can use vinyl paper or vinyl, um, gosh, what is the name of it? I can't even think of the name of the stuff. But this is a way that you can use vinyl if you don't have a cutter. You just create yourself a template, and then you just simply cut around your template to make your lines straight, right? To get what you need, to get the designs that you need. And again, I'm going to just use my blade as close to the ruler that I can, and try not to cut your template, because if you cut your template, that changes the size of your design. And just work cutting your project away. Now you don't want to move it like you just saw me do, because then you have to line it back up, which could be another headache. But try to just cut your sides away like you see me doing here. Now, I do sometimes like to twist it, and if you can cut a straight line without a ruler, then you don't have to use a utility knife. You can just pick it up and cut it like this. Like I said, I'm not really good at cutting straight lines, so I know my crafting weaknesses. So I decide to use any tools that will help me keep it straight. And the other thing that you want to make sure, if you decide to cut it this way, that you don't want the paper to fall away from the template, because that will make your cut either too big, or too small. And then that's what you'll end up with. And I discard all of this stuff. Is that making sense so far? I will. Oh, baby shampoo is a good idea to use for that too. Great idea. I will definitely keep the school system in prayer, because I'm sure that we're losing teachers, not only with the kids and everything else that goes with it. So I cut, there are 5 sides on our octagon, top and bottom. So I cut 10 of each. But I also picked up some of my mirror paper that I have in my craft stash, and I cut these. Now you'll see that I used after I created my template, I measured the template out, and I used my Silhouette to cut multiples of the template that we need. So, does that make sense? That's 3 different ways that you can use if you don't have a Silhouette or a Cricut to cut your projects out and create this same look. And this time what we're going to do is I am just going to come in with each one of these, and I am going to lay them on the sides of the box. This project is so cool. It doesn't have to be perfect, because we're going to edge it out. You know, you want to finalize it with edging it up. So we're going to, I say that, and as I take it off a 3rd time, right? I just want it to be better than what I had, but not perfect. How about that? Okay, I'm not going to take it off anymore. Better than what I had, but not perfect. Where do you get the mirror paper? Is it vinyl? It is, it's got a protective sheet on it. I don't want to take that off yet. I picked this up off of Amazon. That's where I got that, from Amazon. And it comes in a roll. And I think it was only like, ooh, don't quote me. I know it's less than 20 bucks. I don't pay a whole lot for a lot of stuff, so I know it was less than 20 bucks. But that's where I got it, off of Amazon. Yeah, I am have a great level of respect for anybody that works in the school systems right now. I mean, it was already hard when I was a kid growing up, because let's be honest, I wasn't the my classmates and I weren't angels. So I knew it was hard then. And at my school growing up, we were dealing with a lot of race conflict and wars, which we're dealing with now. But now it's just so much different with parents being more vocal against teachers and against um, stuff that you wouldn't have imagined them to be vocal against in the past. So, yes, we will keep you in prayer and your school too. All right. Just sticking it down, making sure that it's on there. That's why I didn't want to pull off the paper yet, or the cover. And then I will take, again, I cheated a little bit, you guys, because I have a Cricut, or I have a Cricut and a Silhouette. But I'm going to take my, and you guys didn't want to see me cut all these online either. You didn't want to, I mean, we didn't want to waste our time on that for our live. So I am just peeling mine off of the pre-cut. All right. And sticking them on there. Look at how this is going to be so adorable. Now, the thing that I don't like about this contact paper, it's not as sticky as I wish that it would be. I'm just using my ruler to varnish it down. It's not as sticky as I wish that it would be. So if you want to, I am not going to, but if you want to, I wouldn't be mad at you if you use a little bit of tape on the back of it on your box as well. Some double-sided tape or some spray adhesive to help hold them down. I think it'll be okay. And because we're not, if I were gifting this away for sale, how about that? Let me say it like that. If I were selling this, I would use some additional adhesive, perhaps, underneath this, what is this stuff called? Underneath this contact paper. Hello, Ro, how are you? Let's see, here we go. All right. Where are we at? Right here? Again, it doesn't have to be perfect in terms of layering it on your box. You do want it to not have any bubbles underneath your marble. Isn't that cute already, you guys? Come on. Let's do it. You don't want any bubbles under your marble, so you want to refrain from that if you can. That's why I'm burnishing it down to make sure that it's laying flat. And now you see why I only painted the edges, right? Because we don't need the entire box to be painted, just along the edges. We're working our way around the box. What else is good? Tell me what else good happened. I know we're going to pray for Beverly because Beverly had a stressful week with dealing with our children. And here's the thing. It's our future, right? These kids are our future. So we definitely need to make sure that we pray that they're in strong, capable hands like Beverly and people who can care about them and love them. Because I always say to my daughter, in about 10 years, you'll realize that the decisions that you make today aren't all necessarily the same decisions that you'll make when you're post-school and post-parent taking care of you. When you're on your own and having to take care of everything, sometimes something about decisions make a big difference then. One of the things I think the kids learn in college when they're out in college is that the decision making is a huge response when you're the one that's responsible for the results as well. It's a huge responsibility when you're the one responsible for the results as well. And all of a sudden, things seem to change then. All right, somehow I'm getting this one off more than I want it to be, so we're going to make sure we get these centered around. Is this shape an octagon? I think it's an octagon. No, octagons have 8 sides. This only has 5. What is it, a triangle? What's the name of this shape? Leave it in the comment box. I am glad you caught my live too. I am glad you caught the live as well. I woke up way later than I normally wake up because the time changed, and yesterday I had a sorority event at 10 a.m. I had a wedding at 2 p.m. and then I had the 50th birthday party at 5 p.m. And I had 2 hours or 3 hours of sleep the night before because I was down in my craft room. It was my fault because I made this. You guys, look at what I made that for my phone, and I wanted, this is hot fix or these are hot fix rhinestones and vinyl on glitter, and I wanted to get this finished so bad. So I did not go to bed until like 3:30, almost 4, and then I got to do the whole night ritual with wrapping my hair up and my teeth and all that stuff. And so I didn't get to bed until almost 4, and then I woke up like 7:30, 8 o'clock, somewhere in there. So maybe I had 4 hours of sleep because I had to be at my sorority event at 10, and I had some stuff to do before then. So it was like, and then going to all that stuff yesterday. By the time I got home last night, I was so tired. And we lost an hour, right? We lost an hour. So I just pooped out. And this morning when I finally woke up, I was like, oh, I got to get myself together for my live. The time change really, it was 9:30 and the time changed, but my body said it was 8:30. So there you go. I'm going to now peel off all of the protective sheets. Yes, Ro, I am very, I have a lot of things that keep me going. Very busy life, especially with the work that I do. All right, so we have all of our sides. How does that look so far, you guys? Isn't that pretty? Thank you. Thank you. Yes, I love that too. This was my first attempt at doing this. And so now I am going to do the edging around here. That's the other thing I'm going to try to do, this little edge around here. But isn't that, I just love it. Oh, I just love it. All right. So we have all of that completed. This is our box. Our bottom, remember we didn't have to have the bottom fully covered. I see I have a little overlay right here, a little lip on there. So I'm going to just trim that off. Trim that off. And things are coming up. This is why I thought, a little spray adhesive will be great, right? A little spray adhesive will be great so that it doesn't come off like, we don't want it to lift. And trimming my edges around the top. You guys know I like everything to be, even though it's handmade, I like to try to make it look as nice and neat as I can. So I'm just trimming the edges off around the top. And you can even see the little paint that we put around the tips there so that we had a good finish around the top of it as well. And if you want to, you can paint the inside, but I believe by the time we put our little flower in it, the inside won't matter. I might take that back later, but that's where I'm going with right now. It's my story. I'm sticking to it. Now we're going to measure and cut so we can trim the edges, right? Looks like right there. Perfect. All right, so we are going to measure up a few of these and get them cut. And then I will look up and talk some more with you guys. Looking pretty, looking pretty. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I had the honor this week. I hope she doesn't mind. Well, I won't say her name. I won't say her name. But I had the honor this week of having a phone call with one of our family members that joins us on live. She had a question on something, and we got on the phone, and you would have thought that we were old friends and had talked to each other forever. It was a really great conversation. And that's one of the things that I really like about YouTube is we get an opportunity to communicate and talk. And while I know you guys get to hear me talk all the time, I get to read your comments in the live, and I look forward to seeing your names when you come in. Um, and then it was extra special for me to be able to put a voice with a name when I saw when we got on the phone and talked. Just really, really neat, really neat. And I was honored to be able to talk with her. Okay, I think we're going to need way more than that, but I think I have enough to get us started. And I'm going to run a strip of glue down each side. Can you guys see that? Am I running a strip of glue down each side and then making sure that it's placing the rind. I took that off, okay. Glue on the top, glue on the bottom side of it. We're going to do this. Oh, I did it upside down. Here we go. I get a chance to say my famous statement. It wouldn't be live if it didn't have a mistake, right? This is real crafting. Real crafting. I would have had to do that on the mirror one too. That sucks. Because now I don't want all this glue on my mirrors, right? So let's try to get that off of there before it gets stuck on there too much. You don't want all the glue on your mirrors. That's why they put the protective sheet on it. And we can use a hot we can use a heat gun, which will help kill some of the glue webs. But that is what we are creating. One to the other. We are creating this. Don't do it again, Sharon. Don't do the bad. Okay. And when we do this side, we're going to have to run these individually because we want it to butt up perfectly without overlapping. So I'll have to cut out one notch. So I'm going to cut this notch out. I'm going to notch one of them out on each side, each end. I did that so that these will line up perfect without overlapping each other. Does that make sense? Otherwise, I'm going to have to cut single strips on each one. So I'll deal with that in a second. I hate that I messed that up. I've got glue webs all over that. All right, anyway, we're moving forward. We're moving on. The hot glue, also, I'm kind of letting it squeeze down inside of these edges that are lifting up so that it can help hold them down. Making sure I got this on the right side. Centering it onto the piece and pressing it down. Taking my glue web off my hand. What are we doing here? I love that. That's what this is all about. Support. Yes, it is. It is all about crafting support. From Dollar Tree bling. This bling is actually no. Dollar Tree does carry this. Dollar Tree does carry this, but I am actually using leftover bling that I have from my store, Karen. I've shared on here before that I used to have a online craft store. And I have tons of crafting supply items left over. And so this is one of the bling rolls that I used to sell. And so I'm just using, it's kind of that crafting my stash thing. I have so much bling down here that I have left over. It would take me many years or many projects to be able to utilize it all. In fact, I don't ever have to buy bling again if I don't want to in my crafting career, because that's how much I have. How's that? It's going to be cute when we finish outlining it. Okay, so I'm going to cut single strips now because I think, no, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to come down here and we're going to do, let's drop to the bottom and let's do these. All right, is that okay with you guys? Drop to the bottom and let's do those. And then we'll come back and we'll do those top pieces. Now, I chose not to overlap my my contact paper on the squares. I just felt like it would look better if I didn't overlap them and we could cover it up with bling. But you absolutely can overlap it. The reason I didn't want to overlap mine is because I didn't want to see the, you know, when you fold paper over paper, it has an edge, and I didn't want to see that edge on the project. So that's why I chose to go with short gaps and painted it underneath, and not overlapping it. But if you decide to do something like that, you absolutely can do it that way. Remember, that's the joy of crafting, that it's your project. You design it, you make it so that it is your taste. It doesn't have to be what everyone else wants it to be. And in fact, that's why I love crafting, because it makes it unique. And that's one of the reasons I like to give crafted projects as gifts, because they're like one of a kind. No one else has them. And that's why people come to me for custom gifts, because no one else has what they, and it's from the heart, right? When you have people that have everything, what else do you give them? You give them something that's crafted from the heart. So, we're getting there. Here's what's funny to me. I have a lot of bling wrap and glitter also. Oh, God. Oh, Beverly. Well, I have my craft store. I have bling wrap. I have glitter. I have paint. I have, I have so much stuff. But glitter and bling wrap are two things that I don't think I'll ever run out of. And probably will never buy again. If you guys see me say I bought glitter, slap my hand. Slap my hand. Don't allow it to happen. Don't allow it to happen. Oh, what was I going to say? I was going to say something. What was I going to tell you guys? I know it was the truth, so I know that's not why I forgot it. Have you all heard that saying? Old people say if you forget something, must have been a lie. It was the truth. I know what I was going to tell you was the truth, so I don't know why I forgot it, though. Okay. That's looking pretty cool. I almost feel like I would leave it like that, but I have too many edges that I want to cover up and make them look better. So we are going to start doing that part of it. Covering up the edges. What did I miss? I didn't miss anything. Okay, so let's see. If I do it with the way we've been doing it just now, I want to make sure that we don't have, yeah, I need to do them single. I'm going to do it right. I'm going to invest the time in doing it right, you guys, because if I do it as a group, it'll look tacky, and I don't like tacky. Oh, that's what I was going to say. With crafting, you can do custom gifts, and just paying attention to small details will elevate your product and make it look classier. Thus, the name Classy Shade Designs. Um, and will make it not look homemade, even though it is homemade. And the fact that it is handcrafted gives it a little bit of a little appreciation for any flaws, or any, I don't want to call them flaws, but any unique custom character characterize characterizations. That's easy for me to say. Anyway, it gives it character, right? And here's the other thing that I think as a crafter we have to realize too. When machines make items, manufacturers give a specific layer of a specific number of flaw or error for their manufacturing. So let's say if you go to a store and you buy a 4x4 piece of wood, the wood actually is not 4x4. The wood might be 3 and 9/9 or 9/8 or however it measures out, but the overall wood piece is still calculated as 4x4, because they give room for machine flaw, and it will never be a perfect being or a perfect thing. So don't put pressure on yourself to be perfect as a crafter, because even when they are manufacturing in the store, they give room for forgiveness, is what they call it, or that it's not exactly right at 4x4. Same happens with other items. Like if you have liquid and you have ounces, they say that it's a 4 ounce or a gallon of milk. But if you measured it, it probably is not a perfect gallon of milk, because of the difference in everything, right? Difference in everything. So give yourself some grace, some don't be so hard on yourself that it has to be exactly perfect in terms of custom gifts. Now, what am I talking about? What I say is that you would need to fix if you had an opportunity, if you're creating a custom gift. If you're creating a custom gift like we're doing this little project here, you don't want to give somebody something with all this glue. See that? That's hot glue webs. So I need to make sure that I get the hot glue web off of there before I gift it, because that just makes it look tacky. And all I need to do is take my little baby wipe that I keep beside me and just wipe that off without ruining my mirror, right? That's all I have to do is wipe that off. Or I can take my glue eraser and I can glue erase it off of there, whichever one works, so that I can make sure that my project is classy. I don't know why we went down that road, but obviously somebody needed to hear it. I'm like the Baptist preacher right now. That was for somebody. The Lord gave it to me to give to somebody. Crafting should be fun and a release and not stressful, and it can be great personalized gifts to give away. If you find yourself being overwhelmed by whatever project you're working on, walk away from it and ask yourself, are you shooting for perfection? And sometimes shooting for perfection can be very stressful. Now, these webs on these mirrors, that tells me that I got webs everywhere if that's the case, because they couldn't just be on the mirrors only. But we're going to get them off. We're going to get them off of there. How's that looking so far, you guys? That's really telling a story, isn't it? Oh, man, that's cute. Coop, coop, coop. We got a few more we're going to do, and then we'll decorate it. I'm not going to do all of them online. I have 3 of these boxes here. I'll do these offline, and then you know where to find them. See the final project. I'll put it in our community tab, and I will share it on my Instagram page. If you're not a member of my Instagram family, please follow me. It's easy. It's free, and I post not just crafting things. I post personal things like pictures of my husband and I from last night's event. So I'd love to have you follow me on Instagram. And if you're not a Instagrammer, because I wasn't for a while, I understand that too. I don't even know what following on Instagram creates or does, but I say it. That is so cute, you guys. I'm loving it too. We have a few more to go. So what else? What else is hot? What else is happening? Tell me what else we can talk about. I can get on the pulpit and preach about almost anything. Just ask my husband. He'll tell you. Oh, that's funny. All right. That is funny to me. I cracked myself up that time. He would appreciate me saying that. We're getting there. Okay, we need some more bling. Those pieces are all too small. Oh, thank you. I will definitely post them on our social medias. Do you guys watch shorts? I told myself I was not going to start doing shorts. Like, I'm not getting involved in shorts, and I've been posting shorts. Do you watch them? Let's see. The increase in electricity bills is a big issue for you. What's going on with the electricity bills? What's happening to the electricity? Oh my God. Oh, that's getting weight on it too. That's getting heavy. That's cool. I love that. That's getting some good weight on it. And tell me where you live at too, so I can put context to it. What's going on with the electricity? Hold on 1 second. I see your comments there. I'm going to read them as soon as I get this stuff down so that I don't let my glue dry out. What color of bling did you sell? Yes, I watch shorts but prefer videos. Cool. That's good to know. I sold silver, gold, black, and blue. I had some blue at one time. Silver, gold, black were the primaries. Um, let's see. I watch shorts all the time. They've been extremely high. Oh, wow. Where I'm at, it's raised like 20%. Jesus. South Carolina. Oh my God. Washington State, North Carolina. Wow. Wow, I wonder what's going on. That's not good, especially since they're trying to encourage everybody to go to like electricity. That would that wouldn't be good. That's definitely not. 20% is crazy too. Wow. It kind of defeats some of the purpose of the push for electric everything if the electric companies are going to start increasing the bills like that. In Ohio as well, then that means it's coming my way because I'm Indiana, so I'll have to start looking for it. And you know what? It might have happened for me, you guys, but I have a smart home, so everything in my house is working off of electricity, Wi-Fi, and all. So maybe I haven't noticed because um, I just know since coming here, the bills were a little more elevated. But I contributed that to the fact that I have everything on the smart system. But wow, I'll have to check it out. I'll pay close attention before I pay my bill this next time to see what happened. I'm sorry to hear that because that's a downward pressure that you just really don't need. It's a downward pressure we really don't need. We're having a hard time keeping up with everything as it is. And as crafters, we need our machines. We need our lights on. We need the look at that. Look at how spoiled and selfish how I made that all about us crafting all just that quick. Oh, you had to skip getting your nails done. I hear you. I hear you. Isn't that something how we have to sacrifice just to keep our lights on? Come on. Now, community, society. I wonder why they're increasing it. Did something happen to the electrical grid? Did the cost for it? I bet there was a tax that was increased on them and they're passing it down to us. That seems to be a norm. Guys, we are almost done. Bear with me, and I appreciate you for hanging in here with us on this project. What time is it? Oh, we got 4 minutes or 6 minutes too. We've sticking to our hour. Um, I appreciate you guys for hanging in here with this project. I see 2 more rows. I'm just looking to see if I've missed. There's 1 there, 2 there. I am going to do these 2 rows and then we will decorate it and I can fix all the rest later and post them online for you to see. For you to see. It is definitely marble. And it is definitely cool. It's hard to believe these were 99-cent boxes from Hobby Lobby. Look at that. All right, so we have the sides all done, other than one side. I have one side that I have to do. This thing got a lot of weight on it once we added all that bling wrap to it. It picked up a lot of weight. And you see why I wasn't so worried about getting this stuff all the way to the edges, but I wanted to have it painted because you can see it a little bit through the bling wrap. You can see the edge just a little. See that? Oh, is that it, Cassandra? I hope not. Lord, don't let them do it to us. Let's see. Ours went 20%. I call it, said it was a nationwide. Okay. Eesh, that's not good. All right. So now I'm going to just run across the top. Should I? Shouldn't I? Should I? Shouldn't I? Yes, we should. Because it finishes it up across the top. just a thin amount across the top, just to give you guys an idea of how I will finish this off. And snip. That's how that will look. Let me find my plants. Where's my plants? Oh, what did I do with them? Well, these aren't the ones that I will use, I don't think, but this will give you an idea of how this will look. Let's go to the side that we did it. Isn't that gorgeous? Isn't that awesome? I love it, you guys. I love it. It's going to be so cute. And one of the things that I had thought about doing with here's one here too. I thought about gluing these together, making it twice the size, making it twice as tall. That would be cool as well. And I think I will do one where it's glued together and wrap those around. And then I'll have the one on the side of it. What do you think about that if we glue it together? Let's see, I'll change the camera here so you can see. Let's see which. What camera is it? I keep messing up here. Sorry, you guys. Let me see. I'm trying to show you so you can see what it looks like if we do it this way. Yay, nay? Yes. Double stack? Okay. I will double stack it. In fact, I will double stack it right now. And then you guys can see an almost finished project. Every time I think a project is going to be short, and I prep ahead even. Guys, I prep ahead. I tried to do some stuff before so you will know. I prep ahead and think that it's going to be short, and it turns out that it takes us a sweet time. But that just goes to show you that crafting does take time. We did a lot in an hour, but we weren't able to finish it. So the project will take you about an hour and a half if you decided to do something of the sort. So we did do a lot in an hour, but we weren't able to finish it. I'm going to stack these right on top of each other. Twist them. Oh, yeah. Oh, I got two mirrors by each other. I don't want that. I'm going to turn that. I don't want two mirrors by each other. On top of each other. Huh. I guess I have to because it doesn't sit straight if you go it the other way. That's crazy. Okay, let's try it again. I don't want two mirrors stacked on top of each other. Yeah, okay. I'm going to put it just like that on top of it. So let's do it again. Let's try this again. I don't know why it's so important that I don't want them on there like that. I just don't. It's not that it means anything. I just don't want them stacked on top of each other. Boom. Okay. All right. I just didn't want that. And that looks better. And I will come in with my bling wrap and wrap around the center. Maybe this will be a one single item project. Where's my scissors? I do hope to find some of those so I can do. Oh, thank you, thank you. Yes. Okay, I got them at Hobby Lobby. They were in the clearance aisle for 99¢. But again, I've seen them at different places. You might try like Joann Fabrics. You might try any place that sells crafting supplies or paper mache, and it doesn't have to necessarily be the same shape, but try any one of those. I bet you'll find luck. Okay. Once I get all that blinged out, it will be cool. I'm not going to try my luck with 3, you guys. I'm not going to try my luck with 3, but that's pretty phenomenal. I don't know. I don't know. You will see when I post it on my Instagram page, right? You will see then. You will see then. Bling around the middle. Yep, baby, I'm going to. You will get to see the final project posted on Instagram. So go to Classy Shade Designs, Sharon Tucker, and follow me there so that you can see what it looks like. And then in the community page, at the latter part of the day or the week, it just depends because I'm slower on posting in the community page. Because as y'all see, the girl got a lot going on. And sometimes she has to do real adult stuff instead of crafting. All right, my loves. We have come to our hour and a little over. Y'all good? I'm not going to hold you longer because I don't want to tire y'all out. I don't want to wear y'all out. I don't want y'all to be like Sharon always keeping us past time. Right? There we go. We'll keep working it. Beverly, come on in that Instagram account and say hello to me, sis. Come on. Come on in there. Okay. There we go, you guys. This is going to be today's project. I will post it on Instagram and in our page, our family page or our community page so you can see what it looks like once it's all finished. But in the meantime, run out to Hobby Lobby into a crafting store and pick up these octagon boxes and see what you can create. It will be beautiful, I'm sure, and you don't have to use this same paper. You can use what other kind of papers, or you can just paint it if that's what you opt to do. But let it be your own and create and have something beautiful and fun. Look at that glue. I got to get that off of there. Glue webs, glue webs, glue webs. Are we good? Oh, it would be cute with rhinestones on it as well. It would take a long time. It would take a long time with rhinestones, but it would definitely be cute. Yes. You guys have a wonderful day. Oh, did you notice something different? Did you notice anything different? I got my braces off, y'all. My braces are gone. I got my braces off, y'all. Yes, they are gone. I got them off on Wednesday. I forgot to tell you guys that until I just moved the camera here to see it. No bands and the braces are gone. The braces are gone. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I enjoy you. I am glad that you came by, and share this with anybody that you know loves crafting. Invite them to be a part of our crafting family. I appreciate you as always. Until next time, stay classy. Bye, you guys.